Cmgh TV kase boso na enede yasanso agyeju ayede ebro nene no nsema edimo akotene bi ene se opanyin pa oda Church of Christ ne Ghana ha ena fe US amanone ede nsem bi atodwa se ba no amanyo mu timitumidi a enye eno nko ane ade a ebo wiase ena fe nso wonsem fufe no Ghana mampeni na nado dankwa ekufuado adan dwumedie bi edi a edin a ode atoso no ene Green Day ena fe sanso ewo mampeni akache a ono so no abo adesuafo mtro BC no mo ya ade no wabo wo mo abaso weyi ene sem bebre a eka ho a magye adwa mede ebromeden edi ni Kwatelai Quartey afomi enjebre na yendo kase ebo no mo esuko nanu segana fo be kaya Russia fo eni odin anase ni bre a abre ewo Ukraine fo so a amomotwa mo hu bia entwa no aman bebre na ede omo ano atum esere se asumdwe anase adwobre embra na we na opanyin ba ko a our Church of Christ ye Ghana na fi US ye brother Dan Owusu Esiama ede nsem bi abatu dwa se ne yakoso ewo Russia no ade a eni enyanyi pa na ono de o kiremu a onyankopon bo osoro ebo asase no ade a dachi atemu wo ho no mo a nipa bekọ akọbọ enti na temu no enya asase so na ewo afei so no ode adesrede eto amanyofo ewo wiase ni na enim se obedi tumi se amanyoni a eno ne nkyere se eno ano no na mo dachi bi no se wode asase so ahenie no wie a dachi bi no akwam dachi ankwa ama bi no ade a ukọ osoro ahememu a atemu foforo ewo ho enti na amanyofo hwe ni yie juma a omode tumi a yede momo ewa asase so no omodidi no omonhwese yode nsemi etudwa ewo ne Facebook page so yet one sem no so a busumi atwemu February na eye mfie eduonum nsia yetu Kwame Nkrumah aban guye na Kwame Nkrumah de ne honsem bebre no boyi na running mate edema John Dramani Mahama afimpinu ene eduono abatuo ni mo NDC din mu Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajeman nsem bi atudwa nsemkyerefo ihyemu nkramantem ha ekire se ba no osagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah honsem de ayeka enya de ayebewie da na Dr. Kwame Nkrumah nyoma hodo a waye no nyina so nyoma a enedai yegusu a yede adwuma no no de na dwemu de ade a Dr. Kwame Nkrumah oda so tiase a onyenwi
50 years after his overthrow, Kwame Nkrumah still invites extreme reactions in some in this country. Some either love or hate him. The pendulum has yet to find its resting place in the middle. This man was also human. He obviously did not get everything right, but we must also remember that he did not get everything wrong. We are still discussing him, and his visionary achievements remain second to none, more than half a century after his overthrow. Kwame Nkrumah never dies. Nkrumah founded the Ghana Academy of Arts and Sciences to bring together intellectuals from different fields. He knew that the problems facing the country are not limited to any one subject. They require interdisciplinary approaches. Long before STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, was to become popular, Kwame Nkrumah had established the University of Science Education, which we know today as the University of Cape Coast, prior to which he had established the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. He knew that sciences in all their branches would be important for development. He also abolished tuition fees from primary to university level, so parents would contribute only ancillary costs.
Oguso ahwe Cmgh TV yede kase ebo no elko omampeni akache na otwi mu omampeni adanjumedie biedi a wato den se Green Day na kire se beduedue nnua e de afa Ghana fa na ha nyina se ne ebe nya mframa e de ahome na nanse mframa ye home won kran no enye kra na dwumedie no omode tohwehye so e wo nkramantem ha enti wo hwe slides ya etu manase mfuni a etwa gu ya nyina no eye dwumedie a ekọ so e wo nkramantem ha efa Green Day no ho no mampene de nsam etudwa no wo kira afin mienu ene aduonu baako afedase a etwa mu no omde si omani so beduadua mako opepim num 5 million nanso afede baewe ye no na ometumi aboro so adua opepim enson 7 million na teso opepim mienu na aba be kan na afide ne de omudi esi omani so ne se ade a ombedua ebro opepim aduonu 20 million.
On 11th June 2021, when the maiden edition of Green Ghana Day was launched. Not only did I plant a tree at Jubilee House, the seat of our nation's presidency, but I also promised that it will not be a one-off event. I indicated that it will form part of an aggressive afforestation program to restore our forest cover and contribute to global efforts to combat climate change. In keeping with that pledge, I'm here today to launch the 2020 edition of Green Ghana Day. Our forests, indeed, continue to be one of the most important natural resources required for our nation's socio-economic development. They provide sources of livelihoods for many and generate substantial returns from their exports, evidenced in the receipt of some 1 billion cedis in export revenues last year. Regrettably, across the world, however, the exploitation of forest reserves has been very rampant, leading to a substantial decline in the world's forest cover. The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, reports, for example, that between 1990 and 2020, the world lost some 178 million hectares of forests, almost the size of Libya.
And what you know, and I think Cramantem has for Honorable Henry Quartey, Miamidin, Edin Sembi, Atuja, Chile, Miss Saman for Kekase, Dinty, and I did Jumedian, a bank, Nayan Fanko, Amantama Kainum. Honorable Henry Quartey, Chile, Munienti Potia, Omri Jumediano, a bank, Cramantem.
I am deeply grateful to my good brother, the Member of Parliament for Damongu, and the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable Samuel Abujinako, and the Green Ghana Planning Committee for selecting Greater Accra region for the launch of the 2022 edition of the Green Ghana Day event. I believe the selection of the region is not because we have the most degraded environment, but rather it is a collective decision to make the city of Accra and its environs greener and serene than we find it today. Your Excellency, we in the Greater Accra region can really boast of our natural resources such as the Shire Hill Resource Reserve, Accra Zoo, Archimotan Forest Reserve, Legon Botanical Gardens, the Densu Delta, and Sakumo Ramsar site, and other interesting tourist sites.
Once from the Daswa, a woman penny, a catching at Ghana man penny, a cordan, Sushain, Mako, and 9, Eddie Ama, Navy 4, and as a Ghana, Yastrafo, you may come with you so, a Navy no, or the Aquaco Momona, Sushaya or the Comomono, Bako, a Ghana Navy ship Volta, and a Bako, a Ghana Navy ship Densu, and a Fibako, a Ghana Navy ship Pra, and a Ghana Navy ship and Cobra, Mako and 9, and then a use when Suga Akasia, a Wagana Hasi or Mampeni, a Quaco no Eddie, now watch him. No, didn't send me to Jano. Okay, I say, a day or share at the Magana phone in I say, Ghana, ye security services, no, a soldier for police for near Diano, a day why now doing so, obey me a more Acadia, or bet media ye Juma, or Momo and home. Boss any Mubako, and I wait me at this no, didn't send me to Ja, a would you mediana say.
Today's event is yet a further manifestation of the commitment of government to retool and re-equip the Ghana Armed Forces to enable them to perform their duty of protecting the territorial integrity of our nation. We're gathered here this morning at the 2nd D Naval Base to commission 4 new vessels acquired for use by the Navy. Even though this is the first time in my period as Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces that such equipment has been procured for the Navy, I can assure you that it will not be the last. Indeed, When I took office as President of the Republic in January 2017, I was taken aback by the state of our armed forces, especially with regards to their operational readiness. It was nothing short of abysmal. We have thus had to take deliberate steps to shore up the capability of the armed forces and that of the other security services. We've had to purchase a significant number of armored personnel carriers, buses, and vehicles for the Army, and refurbish the existing fleet of CASA aircraft and helicopters for the Air Force, and placed orders for new fighter jets for them.
BC ya etwemu anase mofrey troye afedase etwemu no enho nsunsanso anase resource no aba na bi ayade pa ebi ayade kakra ebi nsusu ediegu atire se wo kan fi eto na eba na aye nsem bebre nya no ena Ghana mampeni akase se obi bo hye bo okomu a na obi bo otirimu a na o hye okomu den enti no wama adesuafo a omudie ade yie wama adesuafo a omuye ade yie pa no abasobode ewo nkramantem ha na adesuafo a etumi etro nsɔhwe no eye mako mpem ahanum ene aduosonum eye 572,000 ene etro nsɔhwe no na wɔn a Ghana Education Service ade abeto dwa sɛ omoaye ade pa no ɔmampanin abɔ ɔmo abaso ewo nkramantem ha ene hu mfoni ena yetwagu ewo OTV ne soro no ɔmampanin de ne nsɛm no eto dwa no ena ɔkyerɛ mu sɛ abasobode a ode ma mofrey ade a ode hye wo moden se na be ya nyame ye omadom na so mo bowura SHS na fe university ni mu a on betimi agiro mo ho asan abomodin yie pa na fe nso no kira ade a nyama mu ense da enya din bebre emfa ma o esan se free SHS ye wo hoyi ade a mofrey ebetimi akubia enya ade a on bebre ho di so omo ebusuafo anasa mo mame no eni skakra na ade on betimi atoa omadesuan so na free SHS a ode abanenti Omanfo a ewo ntroso a eno no ewo atwiwa mponua mansini mu ewa santimantemu eni abre asojafo so yie pa asem ni na ne sen omsa asojafo eba omukro mu a excavators a omode ye adwuma ena afi omfiefie bi no omotwaja ede atum na weyi ena omokire se na we de eha ne hene omonte ase da nti omode nsemi ato nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ nim abɔ ɔmampani anasa MPP aban ne achipa sɛ dwumadie we de enya de a ekoyie kra na we no ɔmo srɛ sɛ aban bɛba na waba abɛyɛ ɔmo mmoa na ɔmo dan na ahye no ɔmbetimi ɛde amɔ mo de nsɛmi etu dwa ɛwɔ nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ nhye mu ase Ajabade ma se bi o me sanka. Enya su ju fo. Oguso ahwe Cmgh TV na kase yebo na ye to aso no sei ne de eja obofo na ne nam eho apaso na ye wo hwe fango bo a eguso a ekokokoko soro amana mana akwafa nsem bebre aba fuel prices no soro a na eko sei no hwe asentuade no so akosoro ate se wo fa ka mu a ejensem bebre na wei na nsem training a ono nso so eye kwankyerefo panyi de ma Mek Farms de atodwa se ono de ade a fango bo na ekosoro no ni nyina no ebegina amampanyimfo ene mpanyimfo ahodo ministers ahodo a omo Ghana ha no ma omo ntua fango na nso de bia no omo ko filling stations ekobu fango de semi etodwa ewo broad daylight so.
I think it will definitely be up and keep going. Why? When we have a country where about 35% are having free fuel, you know what I mean? When you go to the people that are on top, having a whole lot of fat salary, but still they have free fuel. They go with their fat tanks. That the other time, people that drive Picanto and these small vehicles, the other time I was filling, and it took me 100 cedis to fill a tank. And then I was wondering, how much fuel will V8 have? And these are ministers that go to fuel stations and have fuel and go. They don't pay.
eno akire no na CMGH TV yeti ye hugu montene so na manfo ko twetwe nkomo se si ahyentiade no akoso no a driver for a mate for mu hu ne sen aso passenger for ene mokon ana se wedie omagye no agyebro omo de nsem no eto CMGH TV enim.
Oh, new face ya be emse I did that fuel no akwa so many times but emse ban no ne difficulty for communicating about video now emse ometimi afini say ntimi enkisi fe no ama last week Saturday enkisi metimi abem but as usual as no nim na begin say dia personal so no be struggle ni ade about a week etwam ni ade kona fitim den tia say adwuma ntinam say normal.
Yeah, actually, as a passenger, I don't have a problem because I believe in a global economy and I'm a situation number. And the government also did a lot because he continued to announce it before they started by using it. So the sanity and peace has come. There's no more problems fighting mate and the driver again.
Ni pia ne ko ba ke ne wona na shika wona ai no pia no jelewa ni wo kwa fu wo ni bi njelawa no mi no e ba le na kan nsawa wo yo wo nsawa njatwi wo bo wo mo den wa wo ka ni ka ni bi agbulima ka ni bi ka duade ka bele fa ka ba mala ta ka ni bi yes
o se de fu no de was high pa ze passengers ni tu fe no to kwasam kwa obefro ka no driver be kon ni mate be ko sa was fu no de mono man pedi nka sama e wa no ntifu no so ma na fu no de fi de bre
ye de kasebo no ekọ enegedie nsemu eye entertainment na Ghana ha de eyade a enyom ye didi dwuma yie pa ebi nso no eye movies eye sini ye didi adwuma yie pa obroni ese audio visuals o de ba kan kasemu a ese kasamfoni ti se TV ya o hwe yai eye kasamfoni o temenka o sanso ehume na dwumadi a na se dwumaku a ehwe so no omudin no eye asok na kame ese nepa bebre enim dwumadi a asok edi wo Ghana ha se wey na CM showbiz abola one etutu anamon edi akọ asogfo officer oni omopanyin ba ko oda no Major Frederick Kwesi Jampo retired Major Kwesi Jampo retired ebisa ne se asog no amanfo atio monka na se omatio monka so a kwan ben na mofa so a mutumi edi sika efi omanfo a edemu nyuma no adwuma.
The users don't read the copyright law and the act and the regulations.
Okay.
So they don't know what pertain to the use of audiovisual works. That also makes the work very difficult. Because, for example, if you go to a user that you are going to collect royalty, the user will tell you that, oh, but I bought my own CD.
Okay.
What should happen? But he has forgotten that the CD, if you play with your family in your house, nobody will come for royalty. But when you bring it outside your house, it becomes public performance.
Okay.
And then that one you are supposed to pay royalty for exhibiting the CD for public performance.
Okay.
So that is one of our difficulties.
Yeah. Ena bede kasebo no ebesi na ansa na meko no momenhwe kasebo no edi mu akotene no ebiom insemsama ekoso ewo Russia ene Ukraine tem no na Church of Christ penyin baako a o US memo eye brother Daniel obusu esiama ede ato amanefo nyina nim so koto sre se ewiase ahenie de eto betwawo no monkai se dachi akwamma bi no osoro ahenie ewo ho na fe won sem foforo no mampeni nana adodanko akufu ado adanjumedie bi de ombeduedue nnua ebro opepem aduo no ewo mangana mu hase a wato den se Green Day na fe no mufra etro BEC afedase no won a ombo mo homoden no mampeni agibre abo mabaso ha na bede kasebo no ebesi bi production team eta mechi amede kasebo ebro kweku Eubank Foster na fe Kobe Snow Priscilla Moore omunyina ata mechi amede kasebo yi ebra obetimi aka ye ho wa be fontentan so YouTube Cmgh TV, Facebook Cmgh TV, Instagram and also Cmgh TV na fe Twitter and also Cmgh TV. Oko TikTok nso a and also so no Cmgh TV. Kasebo yi ye kruche onini na e brofo kasemo www.cmonline.com.gh oko ho no mo a obenya kasebo yi bi na wakenkan e wo brofo kasemo. Kan ye ho na wo twe se ne ne fa kasebo foforo embra midin edini Kwatelai Quartey. Me da se se wonya bre e de hwe me.